just want to go pee. Like, I was in the bathroom, like, having a mental breakdown. Hey guys, back with another video. 2 videos one day. I'm trying to knock them out for you. So this video is going to be what they don't tell you within the first 48 hours of delivery, after delivery, whatever it is, what they don't tell you. Because I've been watching videos and they be making it seem like, oh yeah, Justin to be a new mom, life's great, woo woo woo. No. For me, life wasn't great. And so I'm gonna just tell y'all, so stay tuned and stay tuned. The first 48 hours after giving birth. Where do I begin? First, let me just say, having a support system, having your significant other, your mom, whoever, blase with blase, is crucial. If you have somebody who was there through your whole pregnancy, kudos to you. I did. And I thank my child's father, my boyfriend, every day for that moment, because I needed him more than ever in our whole relationship. That's the time I needed him, and he was there, and he went above and beyond. So kudos to you. I know you're watching this video because you better be watching this video. You're subscribed to me, so shout out to you. But yeah. So after the care, it depends on if you tour or not. But for me, I tore. It was a 2nd degree tour, so it was crucial down there. I had some nurses who helped me to the bathroom, helped me, change everything, like on clockwork, 2 to 4 hours. I had that. Yeah. So let me just start off by saying I couldn't walk. I was numb because of the epidural, and even after I gave birth, I was still numb. My whole left leg was numb, my foot was numb, so I was kind of like bed rest, handicapped for like some days. Even still to this day, my toe's still numb behind this epidural. So I'm kind of scared, but we're gonna get into that later. So yeah, I couldn't really maneuver how I wanted to maneuver because my leg was still numb and my foot was like dead to the point where I had no feeling in it. So I had to get constant help, and to a point where I had to use a walker to get around my room. But the stuff they give you for your postpartum care to heal with your stitches, I want to say none of that stuff worked. Only thing that worked for me was the little squirt bottle. Y'all know the infamous squirt bottle. That was a holy grail. That's on the first of the list. That worked so well for me. 2, the numbing spray, it worked for like the first 2 days, but after that it had no use. Those ice packs did this. It did its job. It did its job for sure. Can't even say that. It helped with the swelling completely. I think 2 weeks. 2 weeks postpartum. My stitches are completely healed at this point. The swelling's gone. I'm just waiting to get cleared at the end of the month, but I feel great. I'm not in pain no more. Nothing's swollen. I'm just great. So that was nice. But while I was in the hospital, I was in pain because they kept coming in and pushing on my stomach to get, like, I guess all the excess blood out or whatever. I think she said, yeah, we have to get like all the excess blood out your stomach, but they would push on it, and I was like, oh, I was in so much pain, and I can barely move. My butt was sore. Everything down there was sore. I was just in pain, and my boyfriend, it was catering to me the whole time. Like, bless his soul, man. Bless his soul for real, because I know I was being so mean during my whole pregnancy, during my delivery. So I mean, bless his soul for being there to he stayed in the hospital all 4 days with me. I mean, I got discharged 2 days, but we stayed longer for our baby because they wanted to keep her like the whole time in the nursery room. So he stayed the whole time with me, got me food, bought me food, helped walk me to the bathroom. He actually helped change like my gauzes down there for me. He helped clean me. Like, he was a certified nurse that day, so I thank him for that. But what they really don't tell you guys is how much pain you'll be in. Like, I would cry because I was so in pain. That first pee, because I had a catheter in me, so the catheter was just like doing everything for me. And then it was like, you can get your catheter removed if you can pee. And I was thinking, okay, I can pee. It ain't gonna be no problem. So they took the catheter out, and I was scared to pee. Like, I had to pee, but I was scared to pee. Like it was like my first time using the bathroom or something, and I was scared to do it because I was like, okay, I know I just had stitches down there. I know I just delivered a baby down there. Is it gonna feel the same? Am I gonna be able to pee at all? And that first pee burned. When I tell you, it burned. I was on the toilet crying. I just want to go pee. Like, I was in the bathroom, like, having a mental breakdown behind me using the bathroom, because I knew if I didn't have to pee, they're gonna stick the catheter back in, and I didn't want it. It hurt coming out, so believe me. And I wasn't on the epidural no more, so I was no longer numb, so I know it was gonna hurt going back in with no pain, like no pain medicine, no nothing. So I didn't want it. Refused. So I was like, let me go to this bathroom, let me just go. And I was crying because it was burning and it was hurting, and I was like, I don't know what to do. So yeah, I was going through it the whole time in the hospital. Just behind that. And then the first poop, that was painful too. Like, I felt like she either stitched my booty hole or something, because I couldn't poop. Like, I couldn't do it, and I was like, I was upset about that too. And so, you know, I was going through it. Like, I felt like I was in the bathroom for like hours trying to make something happen that couldn't happen as quick as it used to. And so it was just adjusting that. Still to this day, like 2 weeks postpartum, it's still hard to use the bathroom. It's not hard to pee, but the first stool is hard. It's still hard to do that. But yeah, what else do they don't tell you? My hospital, they were very adamant about breastfeeding. Like, I heard it about 10 times, maybe more, like clockwork. Nurses would come in, doctors would come in. They was like, so what's your plan? And I just like, do you want to breastfeed, or do you want to use formula? And at first, I was going the formula route. Like, I was literally, that was my plan. But they literally, they didn't persuade me. They literally forced me. They was like, well, you know, the benefits is, you know, at least do it for like the first week or two so the baby can get like the best nutrients. And I was like, sure, I'll do that. I had no problem doing it. And then they brought in a breast pump. And then it was like, yeah, if you want to just pump while you're in the hospital. Did it. Golden. Did that. And then to the point where it was like, you can even rent a breast pump. If you can breastfeed for at least 3 months, that's beneficial. To the point where, like, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna breastfeed and I'm gonna formula feed. I'm gonna give my baby both, because you guys won't get off my back about it. It wasn't my first option, but you guys are very adamant, so why not give it a shot? So I'm doing both, but right now I'm still leaning more towards formula, just for the simple fact that I had an 8-pound baby, so she tends to eat a lot. Like, she eats a lot, and like one little 2-ounce bottle ain't cutting it for her system. So she has 4 ounces now, and I still feel like that's not enough. And for breast milk, like, if I wasn't pumping and she was just on the breast, I feel like she'll get irritated too fast, and she wouldn't eat as much as she can get from a formula. So that's that. But that's specifically with my hospital. They were so adamant about breastfeeding. And yeah, think that's a short video. But that's really what they don't tell you. They don't tell you about the pain. They don't tell you about the aftercare. My pharmacy, they prescribed 3 medicines. They gave me ibuprofen, and they gave me a pain reliever like a Motrin, and I had to take iron supplements because I lost a lot of blood. I think my blood count was like a 4. It was at a 7 when I got there, and when I delivered the baby it was at a 4. They had to give me a blood transfusion to get it back up, and so I was going through it, and they had to prick me like 4 or 5 times to draw my blood to make sure it wasn't too low so I don't pass out or something bad happens. So I was getting pricked with shots and giving blood and no sleep and pain and couldn't walk. And epidural was scary. It was scary afterwards because I thought something was gonna happen to my back, but everything ended up happening to my left leg and my foot, and it was literally numb until I left the hospital. And I was in the hospital. I stayed there for 4 days, and when I came home it still was numb. My foot just got unswollen about a few days ago, and now it's just my toe. But that's the scary part, knowing that my toe may or may not come back to normal, or as normal as it was before giving birth, or not. And then they said if it doesn't like get back to normal, that they can offer me physical therapy for it and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just wait it out, and if it doesn't work then I will have physical therapy for my foot. But I've been doing foot soaks and foot massages and stuff like that to get it back. But I think that was the scary part about the whole situation, is that in the recovery and everything else. Yeah. So that's it for the what they don't tell you in the hospital. The crucial part for me, at least, you know, it's just my opinion. This is my story, so you guys may or may not agree with it, but this is my story and I'm sharing it. And like my channel is, it's K's World, it's my world, and I'm just sharing it with you guys. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll check you guys out in my next one. Bye.